man. Be yourself. Peace, peace. You cooling with the Completist? Yes, I'm with my special guest, Black Boma. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute, fam. Honestly, it's been a long summer, bro. My son's about to be, take them back home. You know what I'm saying? About to get back to programming, school and started. Sheesh, man. We about to be doing nothing but watching anime when they gone, you know what I'm saying? When we off and that work chilling. It's a special time, man. It's a special time. But I want everybody, you know what I'm saying, to, give my guests a warm welcome, man. How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm great. I call it Friday Eve, so I'm excited to just be here and just talking to people about nerdy stuff. So, I'm ready.
It's beautiful, ain't it? It's beautiful to discuss the things we love, man. It's beautiful. But no, it's we got a lot going on, man. It's been some rumors going around. We got some video games coming, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get, you know what I'm saying, the next installment they manga. I don't know. We don't know what's gonna happen with Dragon Ball for real in the next, you know what I'm saying, year, 6 months to a year. But you know what I'm saying, you found yourself, you know what I'm saying, as a big fan, you know what I'm saying, of Dragon Ball, and it's gotten you a huge following with your content creating. I
Hmm.
definitely see, you doing your thing with the graphic designs and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What made you start doing that? Like, what, besides your love for it, was there anything else, you know what I'm saying?
Like why I became a content creator?
Yeah, for
Um,
Dragon Ball specifically.
yeah. It's really just my love for the series. I've been an avid Dragon Ball fan for forever now, and I just simply love talking about it, talking about theories, breaking news, just talking about anything Dragon Ball because I just love it. Just like, somebody's favorite anime might be Naruto or My Hero or One Punch Man or any other anime. You just love to talk about something that you're passionate about. And with me, it just happened to be Dragon Ball. And because my favorite character is Goku, I love talking about him as well. It's just and I love that I get to talk to like people about it and they actually want to know what I have to say, and it really kind of drives me to make the content that I make because I've created such a beautiful community of people that just love to talk Dragon Ball with me, and it's just it's pretty fun to do. So yeah.
Man, I feel you, man. It's beautiful to have a community around you that definitely resonate, whether they agree with everything you say or not. They still,
Mhm.
they still, appreciate, what I'm saying, the art form, or appreciate the medium. And Dragon Ball, we around the same age, so it started off kind of, we was real young, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna assume that when you started watching it, you was real young. I mean,
Yep. Yep. When
most people I
I
know
grew up
started
watching
real
it.
young.
Mm. Yeah.
When so my so what would you say is your first memory of Dragon Ball? I want you to tell me your first memory of Dragon Ball, and I'm gonna tell you mine.
My first memory will always just be just like I think is really what probably pretty much a lot of people's first memory of Dragon Ball back then was probably just watching Goku go Super Saiyan. I remember how shocked I was with not even knowing that that was going to happen. Like I always talk about how there are only a select few people walking this earth that have experienced that. Like nobody else will ever experience how iconic that moment was. Like no one. Like the earth can live for like another millennia and nobody will ever understand like growing up when Dragon Ball was first introduced in America, watching Goku first go Super Saiyan. Like you in the episode just ran, you just go home and you watch Dragon Ball. You didn't know you was about to see Goku's hair turn yellow and you just didn't know. And like a lot like, you can go on Crunchyroll or whatever website and watch Dragon Ball now because you already know, like, just everybody knows what Goku's doing now. But when you're growing up and you don't even know that he can do that and he does it, it was just a feeling of, like, hypeness, like, you get nostalgia,
Yeah,
hypeness, your heart start racing because, again, the world wasn't introduced to this yet, and when you were introduced to it as a kid, it was probably one of the coolest things you will ever see in fiction, so, yeah, I think
it's
that's
our- it's
probably one of my most fondest memories of Dragon Ball, yeah.
it's our generation's, you know what I'm saying, fault that Dragon Ball is as big as it is, man. Because,
Yeah.
you know, like I said, you know, I was about to say my first memory is is when he fought Krillin and not when he I want to say when they was in the tournament, when he was a kid, you know what I'm saying, or not
You
a
talking about
kid
OG
really. He was
Dragon Ball?
really, yeah, man. Like, that's my first memory because that's really when I started watching it. Martial arts has always been my thing. So you know, when I got a glimpse, and it was crazy how I watched it. I wasn't looking for it or anything. I was like a good 6, 7 years old, and I just
Yeah.
came across it. It was late as hell, late at night. I don't even remember what channel it was, and it was just on, and I was just watching, and I was like, "Man, what is this?" And then I just kept on trying to find it. Ended up going to the rental store, the video store, you know,
Mm,
and trying to go through all the Japanese animations, just trying to find the faces to see if I can see exactly what I saw on TV. And I ended up finding it, and it was Dragon Ball. And it was and it still is. I get it. It's definitely one of the most iconic and impactful animes. You know what I'm saying, in history. There's no denying it. You know, I have my fun with it. You know what I'm saying, because of the simple fact that I love anime. You know,
right.
there's you know, the community, you know, you always got to have some type of discussions. Like, I hate Vegeta, for a prime example. Everybody knows this. Everybody that I everybody that follow me know I hate Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? He is a Mitch, and I don't care what y'all say in my comments. He is a Mitch, and I will never
You
forgive
are the
him.
second person I've ever met that hates Vegeta.
I will never forgive that man. And people, and you know what's funny? I respect his character. I'll say that he has a little character development. I'll give him that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because of the simple fact that, you know, when you raised a certain way, that's all you know. And then when something new is brought to your attention, something different, you know what I'm saying, you have to change and adapt to it. He was very against it at first, but then he understood that he just had to humble himself and understand
Right.
that he wasn't that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So he I get it though, man. He one of my favorite characters is Trunks, so he did a good thing, I guess.
No, he
he,
did.
cre-
Vegeta is very
he very cool.
legendary. He's my second favorite Dragon Ball character. And I know it's crazy to say, but I think he's getting there or is almost as impactful to the Dragon Ball series as Goku is. I feel like Dragon Ball could not continue without Vegeta. He's just as important to the series as Goku is. I'm not gonna hold you.
I
He's
definitely feel
definitely
that.
grown on a lot of people. And I think a lot of people would be disappointed if Vegeta was no longer in the series anymore. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm an avid Vegeta fan. You know, I'm Goku's number one, but you know, I'd be rooting for Vegeta sometimes.
man, people were definitely was sad when he got duffed. You know what I'm saying? Not the first time. Talking about when the Majin saga. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That was a deep saga. But you know, I got a few more questions for you, man.
Hmm.
So you told us who your favorite character was. You know what I'm saying? But what would you like to see? You know what I'm saying, for the future of Dragon Ball? Because I honestly want to get into it with a huge fan, bro. Because I want to talk about it. Because the writing, if we're gonna be honest, it could be better. You know, it especially recently. And but the thing is as well that they still execute um greatly, I can say, because at the end of the day, it still entertains us. But but the thing is, it doesn't, like, prime example, Super doesn't have the replay value that the Cell Saga, or even the Red Army shit. They don't have the replay value of these sagas. You know what I mean? And I feel like our children, like my sons, they'll watch them. They'll watch Dragon Ball Z. They've definitely been watching Dragon Ball Z Kai, and they've been
Mhm.
watching Super. You know what I'm saying? Just watching it, because they definitely have. Like I said, it's impactful. My son play Fortnite, so there's all type of you know pop culture stuff in there. But that's what I mean. Like, what do you see? Like, where do you want? You know what I'm saying? To see the future of Dragon Ball to go.
Honestly, in my opinion, I have no problem with the writing with Dragon Ball right now. I think it has with any anime, it's things that, people don't like.
Hmm.
But I think that, I think Toriyama did a good job with Dragon Ball Super. I think that he was able to bring in a massive amount of characters in such a short period of time.
Yeah,
He continued on with the progression with Goku and him wanting to continue to be strong, and while also bringing in new power systems and just other types of storytelling that we've never seen in Dragon Ball before. So when it comes to the future of Dragon Ball, I would really just want to see whoever takes over just continue um giving Goku the story he still continues to deserve, which is just seeing him be happy and wanting to get strong, and him saving his loved ones and fighting bad guys. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people read too much into such like, I don't like to say Dragon Ball's plot is simple, but I think
it
a lot
is.
of people want a complex plot from an anime that's never been super complex. It's always been, you get you
That
see
definitely is
Goku,
true.
yeah, like you see Goku getting strong. He meets new people. He wants to fight them if they're strong. That's not something that started in Super. That's something that's been going on since we've met Goku. Every person he's always met, he's always wanted to train with, or he's always wanted to be as strong as or surpass. And I feel like that didn't really change for him. He's always been that way. So when it comes to the future of Dragon Ball, I would definitely just want to see Goku progressing as a character and just, perfecting his transformations and, maybe giving the Z fighters a little bit more spotlight. That's probably the biggest thing I would root for, just seeing like our Z fighters get a lot more spotlight. But we do have a lot more additions to the Universe 17, like the Gammas. We got, Android 17 and 18. We got Majin Buu. We got Orange Piccolo now. We got Gohan with a beast form. So because
Mhm.
we have so many new concepts, it's just like I would want to see all of that explored more. Just, and just enjoying the series,
Yeah.
honestly.
No, definitely, man. I respect definitely a lot of what you say. 'Cause a lot of it I've said myself. One of my biggest things have always been for the Z fighters to get more shine. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mhm.
always been a thing for me. Because just in real, not to say I don't want it to be too realistic, because like I say, I don't like doing that to fiction. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
when you got a squad around you, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was even a moment where Krillin was getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it just stopped. Like, I get it, the peace, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like to what, 10, 15 years of peace, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Like, they ain't had to worry about nothing, everybody was cooling, it was, cool breezes and everything. But
Mhm.
yeah, like I said, there just wasn't uh, like you said, we can be upset about how it was done because maybe it just wasn't done the way we wanted it to. That's
Mhm.
mainly me. You know what I'm saying? That's mainly me. Because I'm Gohan. Like, I'm a Goku fan, but I was the biggest Gohan fan, bro, when I was growing up, and that's just me being real. Because you got to understand, like, I get Goku, but it really felt like I was growing up with Gohan, if that makes sense. like we were really the same age, you know what I'm saying, starting this out, and then he just gradually was growing, getting stronger, the story progressing.
Mhm.
That's probably what it is. My probably my connection to him, you know what I'm saying? But what I want to see for the future of Dragon Ball Z, bro, I need Jiren to come back.
Why the hell do Jerry need to come back, honey?
I need Jiren to come back. That man is too cold. I'm sorry. That man cold. You gotta admit, that man cold.
Jaren
That,
is a bozo.
that man cold. I don't know why he be getting so much hate, man. That man be
The thing
he
is,
just be chilling.
Jaren doesn't even get hate. He's just to me, he's just a bum. He's just a bozo. I
I
don't think
feel it though.
I don't think he deserves the hype
He gave
at
Kakarot a
all.
hard time.
And Goku gave him a hard time.
Eh, that boy stared and blinked at Goku, and that boy said, "What is this? Man, this man is just standing and staring at my spirit bomb." Craziness. That's probably the greatest thing that Toriyama did for Super. Besides Goku Black and Hit, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
those were dope ass additions too. I'll give them that. That was some dope ass additions. But Jiren, I ain't really a big fan of the rest of the squad. Like Topo was cool. The little rabbit guy was alright.
The
You know what I'm
only
saying? He
people
was
I
more
remember
funny
from
than anything.
Universe 7 is Topo, Dispo, and Jiren.
I mean,
The
they
rest
was the
of
only
them
ones
were
worth talking
irrelevant.
about. Shit.
Like they had like what 10 fighters and like only 3 of them were relevant. Like honestly,
It was crazy. He some of those universes have some of the goofiest characters, but then again, you gotta just appreciate the goofiness and the creativity. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like the love universe or whatever the fuck they was from. Like that was one of the weirdest
Oh,
goddamn
you're talking
teams I've
about those
ever.
love girls.
Man, that was the weirdest team I've ever seen. But they was giving them a problem a few episodes. You know what I'm saying? But
It was
I got some
annoying.
more questions. Yeah, they definitely was doing that shit too. Also before I move forward, Piccolo and Gohan, bro. The movie was dope. It was cool. It was
Dragon
funny. I
Ball Super
laughed a lot.
Superhero gets way too much hate.
Yeah, really the problem is, you know what it is? It's the effects, the visual effects. It's the way that they make it. They
I don't
want
think
they
there was
want
that
the
much
movie
wrong
to
with
be.
that CGI though. Like, I
Me
mean,
personally, I don't have a problem with it either. You know what I'm saying? But people will be wanting things to stay a certain way, and I just be like, man, dog, if you want something to look more blockbuster, you know what I'm saying, cinema-esque, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, add a little bit more flair. You gotta add a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, CGI, you know what I'm saying, and all that extra stuff to make it look, more smooth. But
now I don't think they should continue with that though. I don't think that they
no.
should keep that as like a,
Mm-mm.
you know, continued thing. I think they should, and I don't believe they are going to continue with it, but I think that it definitely, it was definitely like a one time thing, you know, definitely like a one time thing.
One of the viewers said, "Bring back GT." Hey, shit! I already told y'all, bro. Super was basically
What is
GT
everybody's
all over again.
obsession with Dragon Ball GT?
It has a special place in our heart. It was dark, you know what I'm saying? We got Super Saiyan 4, it was a dope concept in my opinion. Some people didn't like it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't like it actually, but it wasn't that bad.
But
Um
the funny part is like every time people want to talk to me about Dragon Ball GT, the only thing people talk about is Super Saiyan 4. Y'all don't want GT back. Y'all want Super Saiyan 4 to be canon. Can we
that's
talk
what it
about
is.
that?
Hey, that's what it
Y'all
is.
don't want GT back. Can we just say that? Y'all don't want GT. Every time I say why you want GT to come back? Super Saiyan 4. That's it.
It's
That's
all
all I
hey,
hear. Super Saiyan
man.
4, Mega Shenron,
Listen,
maybe Super 17, maybe
that'll
honorable
be
mention,
that'll all
but
be dope, bro. That'll all be dope. That'll all be dope. I ain't mad at none of it.
I'm telling
Hey,
you, y'all don't want to see that. Listen, anybody a GT fan, y'all know how slow the beginning of GT was. Y'all don't want to see that.
I
Y'all
mean,
be mad as shit if they do them slow ass parts when they
it
was
happens.
fighting
You
them
know, it
irrelevant ass
happens.
niggas on GT. Y'all
Yeah,
be mad as shit if they showed all of
yeah.
that.
That ain't Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? I feel you on that.
And
You
then
know what I'm
Pan
saying? But
sucked. Pan fucking sucked.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't
we
want
got
that version of
characters.
Pan.
Yeah, man. Like that version, was kind of mid, but we really didn't get to see that
Fuck
much.
with
You know
that
what I'm
nut ass
saying?
scarf. He had a
It was but hey, it ain't no shame, man. I definitely say it. Super Saiyan 4, you know what I'm saying? Now, hey, that shit was almost as dope as on Super Saiyan the first
Another
time.
thing with Super Saiyan 4 is the reasons why I don't want Super Saiyan 4 to come to Super is because niggas is really gonna be mad when that shit not stronger than blue and red. And God, I mean, niggas is gonna be heated. If they introduce Super Saiyan 4 and it's really just a transformation that's not even surpassing God and blue, that's another thing reason niggas gonna get mad. So if Super
But
Saiyan 4 come
you
back,
know what they gonna do.
where are we putting it on a power scale? Like with Super
You
Saiyan
know what
4?
they gonna do.
You know,
You already know what they gonna do.
power scalers are already toxic. If you put Super Saiyan 4
You definitely.
into Super, and it's not stronger than Blue or God, we're cooked. The Twitter, everybody, you feel me?
I'm glad
Dragon
you could
Ball is
be
already,
honest about it.
yeah, Dragon Ball is already disrespected. Imagine Super Saiyan 4 being a fucking fodder form
You
in
know,
Dragon Ball. Like we're cooked.
like I said, I be having my fun with Dragon Ball, but it do be getting disrespect for the most part. Like
Oh,
it's
the
like a lot of people just want to be contrarian. Then that's cool in some spaces, but not in mine.
I
For real.
think I think hating Dragon Ball is very much a trend right now because I think it's a half and half thing. I think the half of the hate comes from people who um just kind of grew up. I like Dragon Ball is nostalgia for them, but they have been
Mhm.
introduced to higher quality animation and light tricks
Mhm.
and things like
And,
that.
and
And they very,
storytelling.
yeah, so and then the other half is just people who kind of, you know, go off fans like Dragon Ball
Yes.
fans. Like I think a lot
Hmm.
because I've seen a lot of people say that they didn't like Dragon Ball because how fans act and things like that. But I think a
Definitely
lot of
valid.
the other half, like I said, is just people who still live in that nostalgia of wanting Z, wanting to feel they want to feel what Z did to them. They want to feel that. And then honestly, Super, I feel like Super does get too much hate. um, I think a lot of people need to move past Z because Z is never going to come back. You know, we'll
Right.
always have Z, but Z is over. We got Super, we got Daima, and I think a lot of people still live in the past. And I think it's time that we move on, you know? So
Mm. Hey, all those is definitely valid. You know what I'm saying? Because of the simple fact that see, like we just
wait,
said
let
this
me answer
exactly.
this question. This man says, no offense to Dragon Ball and their fans, but I think a lot of the hate comes from the fact that if you ask me, Dragon Ball doesn't hold up to other anime we get these days. If you don't want this podcast to be a whole 2 hours long, I'm gonna try to shorten this.
Go ahead.
Listen, and niggas come for me for this. A lot of the anime that y'all be hyping up today plot be weak as shit. The plot be weak.
Hey,
Like you talk about Dragon Ball don't stand up to shit. A lot of y'all favorite anime that y'all love so much is inspired by Dragon Ball. The mangakas that create these anime that y'all hyping up so much be calling Akira Toriyama a god. And a lot of the
I
plot and
mean,
the storytelling was inspired by Dragon Ball. There are so many creators in the manga space in Japan who literally look at Akira Toriyama as a god, literally. But the fans are
I
so
believe it.
toxic that you only hear that shit from the fans. The fans are the only ones that look at Dragon Ball and compare that shit to Demon Slayer. Oh, Dragon Ball just don't hold up the Demon Slayer. Why the fuck would you
Um,
be comparing an anime that started in the
hey,
fucking 80s? Like this shit
hey,
started in the fucking 80s, and you got Demon Slayer where they spending $1 million an episode for y'all to see light tricks, and the plot is just about a nigga looking for his three bitches. Like the whole entertainment district of Demon Slayer was this nigga searching for his hoes. And y'all hype that shit up because they put mad graphics and screaming and hollering and all types of shit. This is y'all.
hey,
This is y'all
you gotta
peak.
admit
This
though.
is
You
y'all
gotta
peak.
admit
Like
though. You gotta admit that that's it's sometimes that shit hit the field
it
sometimes,
do. It
man.
do.
You
We
gotta
talk Demon
admit.
Slayer, and I love the thing
Yeah,
is, I love Demon Slayer. I think the animation for Demon Slayer is beautiful, but the
definitely.
plot is boring as shit. The
It
plot is
can get that
boring,
way.
and
Definitely
it's
can. It
and,
can get
and
that
it's
way.
like. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to watch every anime with a super complex plot. It's only when I see people comparing Dragon Ball to these new gen anime, it's like the anime is Dragon Ball is old as shit. Like why
I
are like and it hasn't had a recent episode since 2018. Why are we sitting here comparing an anime that hasn't had an episode since 2018 to anime that's coming out today? Why is Dragon Ball still talked about? I've never.
because you know why. You know why it's being talked about. Because Dragon Ball is always gonna be on the mountain. It's gonna always be on Mount Rush, on Mount
Everybody has
Anime
this
Mode.
obsession with their favorite anime surpassing Dragon Ball, and it never will.
Yeah, that's the little. I don't know what it is about that. It's a little community thing. I may have my moments when I say Saitama is gonna beat Goku or some shit like that, but
Oh
I
no,
ain't gonna say
power scaling is like another conversation.
yeah, exactly.
Your
That's a
favorite
that's a
anime and your favorite character surpassing Dragon Ball, like there's this other part of the community that just want they're obsessed with with their favorite character surpassing Goku.
uh-huh.
It's like you
Uh-huh.
can be like a new manga arc will come out or a new manga chapter will come out and their favorite character is able to like pull a planet or some shit. And the first thing you'll start seeing, oh, you ain't never see Goku do no shit like this.
It just
You
be
ain't
some
never
trolling
see,
ass
you
shit.
ain't never see you ain't never see Goku sneeze off a fucking planet. You ain't never see Goku
And you
do
know,
this. Like, you know?
I had this conversation on my post like a few days ago.
Mm,
Because I had shared. Matter of fact, it was the post that you had. I think that you had posted it. It
mhm,
had Sailor Moon, Saint Seiya, and Goku on there. You know, I believe that was the picture you shared. And I
mhm.
and then it said, you know, it was just a little discussion or whatever. But it's funny when we talk about powerful characters, and that's why I say they just be trolling because a lot of them don't know what they're talking about because they really don't talk about the characters that really are powerful as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So they'll only think about just mentioning Goku just to get under people's skin for real. And that's when I'd be like, that's when you got to start messing with people and their favorite characters. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, a
Oh,
lot of
I
these
troll.
new
I
yeah,
troll.
I know. Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
I be trolling.
I be reading the fuck out of them
I troll
comments.
niggas so hard. The best type of troll is just tell anybody that anybody from Dragon Ball can beat Saitama. That I love it. I love it. I love it so much. It makes me
Man,
so
look,
happy. I told
it's
myself
hey,
I told
go
myself
ahead.
I'm going on vacation in September for my birthday, and I'm gonna drop a video before I get on a plane because you know how you gotta put your phone on airplane mode. I'm
Hmm.
dropping a video before I take off. My flight is 2 hours, and I'm gonna say that a certain character can beat Saitama, and I'm turning my phone on airplane mode. I'm gonna drop that bomb, and I'm gonna just let it sit. That's it, because I don't even want.
Man, got y'all. She got the cables hooked on y'all like that.
Because there's like power
Man,
scalers
hell,
are so easy to trigger. I'm telling you. Like the thing is, I'm not a
definitely.
power scaler, but I have a like a idea of how strong Dragon Ball characters can be. And a lot of the
Mhm,
times, a lot of people think that I haven't watched anything besides Dragon Ball, which is false. I've watched hundreds of anime. I feel like I
mhm.
have to get that tattooed on my forehead because I'm asked that like every fucking 10 seconds.
You gotta ignore
I
that
have been
shit.
watching anime since I was a little girl. I have watched every new gen anime that you can think of right now. I have watched it all. So when people think, "Oh, don't speak about Naruto because you just talk about Dragon Ball," I'm like,
Mm, see,
"Nigga,
that's what.
you trying to tell me that if Naruto come in the Dragon Ball verse, he can fuck with Krillin." I don't have to watch
Man, listen.
Naruto. I don't have to watch all the seasons of Naruto to know that nigga not fucking with nobody in Dragon Ball. Like they think you gotta be like a fucking scientist to know that Naruto not fucking with nobody in Dragon Ball. Like that
So
shit
that
kills
goes back.
me.
So that goes to my next question. What's your top five animes? And like,
Top
and this is for all time.
Okay, all time. I always have a favorite top three that never changes. And I recently just changed. Well, I recently just updated, like probably like a couple months ago. So number one will always be Dragon Ball. Never
Mhm.
changing. No matter what anime
I
I
expected
watch,
that.
Dragon Ball will always be number one. Number two is Vinland Saga. I love
Ooh,
Vinland Saga. I love Thorfinn. I'm gonna always root for my little boy Thorfinn, him and his little his little arc of farming and stuff like that. I'm a root for him. Number three is Yu Yu Hakusho. I love Yu Yu Hakusho, one of my favorites. Yusuke, I love that bad boy antagonist that Yusuke is. He definitely is like a very rare character that you'll see as an MC, which is an antagonist.
so
Number
you Hakusho number three.
Yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho number three. Number
Okay.
four, Samurai Champloo. Um,
Ooh, okay.
and then my number five always changes, and number five is Kaiju number eight.
Okay, that's definitely a
I
dope
love
show.
Kaiju number eight. And normally I wouldn't put an anime that I just watched in my top five, but it's something about Kaiju number eight that it's nothing wrong with that show. Kaiju number
It
eight to me reminds me of like Yu Yu Hakusho. And Yu Yu Hakusho never gets hate. You will rarely see anybody giving Yu Yu Hakusho any type of hate.
that is a
Because
fact.
it's beautiful. The show, the animation, the plot, there was just no filler.
Mhm.
Even if there was
The
filler, you
music.
couldn't even tell the music. And excuse me, I feel like Kaiju number eight did that. And is still doing that. Is the MC has a great purpose. He's older. He's not a fucking schoolboy. I'm so tired of making every anime about a fucking 15-year-old wimpy weirdo kid from middle school who barely even goes to fucking school. I'm glad that he's older and he has a purpose and he is cool, you know what I mean? And he, has a goal, and the fights are fantastic. Oh my god, the fights in Kaiju number 8 are beautiful.
They
Um
definitely are
yeah,
fire though.
yeah, so
They fire.
yeah, that'd be my top 5. Dragon Ball, Vinland Saga, Yu Yu Hakusho, Samurai Champloo, and Kaiju number 8.
Okay, that's not a bad list right there, man. Not a bad list at all. So you have the name Black Boma.
Mhm.
You knew that the question was gonna come about Boma. What about Boma do you admire? Like tell the people, what you admire about Boma that they don't that they may not know.
So one thing I love about Bulma is she never hesitates to want to be involved. She's extremely smart. You would think Bulma, because Bulma has that personality where you think she's just like this dumb girl who doesn't know what she wants, but she's actually very intelligent. You know what I mean? And
Very.
very I love how vital she is to the series itself and what she has done throughout the years, creating time machines, the iconic Dragon Ball radar,
Absolutely.
capsules, and even working on, she's literally part of the Cell Saga. She's the one who took the bomb out of Android 16.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's involved. Like I love how involved she is and how innovative she is and how she's willing to help and even risk herself and just to kind of help the Z fighters. No shade towards Chi Chi. She really is just a housewife. But
Yeah,
with Bulma, she likes to be involved. Even when it came to Cell, she didn't went out there with her fucking baby and
man.
without
I
she had
think that
trust.
I think Chi Chi could have been a good asset.
She
I
could
really
have,
do
but
think
the
that
thing
Chi
with
Chi
Chi
could have been a
Chi,
good asset.
I think with Chi Chi, she just wants a regular life. I think she wants that
Yeah,
husband that goes to work. Her sons are scholars, and I think she does have that fighter s personality because obviously she trained Goten, and that's how Goten got his Super Saiyan transformation because she does have that fighter spirit in her. Chi Chi does, but I think she just craves that normal life. Like she wants just the husband that works and drives, and then the sons that are doing that. But the thing what I don't understand about Chi Chi is why would you fight this man? I mean, why would you marry a man that you damn sure know that is not normal? You know that nigga not
man.
normal. So
I think that I honestly, for real, it goes back to Dragon Ball, man. When they first encountered, all she had to do was fight him. You know what I'm saying? And just see him work, bro. I think that's what attracted her to him for real. Just the fact, not, of course, it irritates her damn soul when he be doing dumb shit and saying dumb shit. But
mhm.
he is probably the greatest warrior on the planet. Like,
If you want like a wife that stays at home but will definitely like pull up when you need her, that's Chi Chi. But if you want a
yeah,
wife that's in the mix with you, she gonna, you feel me? Like, she gonna be your, you know what I mean? She gonna be there with you. Like she
yeah,
gonna be involved. That's Bulma. And it's like a healthy mix of both.
definitely,
But yeah, I
man.
think
No, we talked
Chi Chi and
about the Z
Bulma are
Fighters,
good.
bro.
Um,
Hmm.
Also to address that other question is, let me make something perfectly clear, right? I will never have a debate about what anime you think is better. If you think that Demon Slayer is better than Dragon Ball, that's your personal opinion. I don't have debates like that. You will never see me in a debate talking about why Dragon Ball is better than your favorite anime. If you think Naruto better, My Hero, that's you. My point
Hmm.
is why are you comparing your favorite anime to Dragon Ball in the first place? Why are you comparing Demon Slayer to an anime that started in the 80s? Why you don't compare Demon Slayer to Yu Yu Hakusho or Sailor Moon or Astro Boy? Why
That's what
is it
I'm saying,
always
man.
that's the point. I think bro missed my entire point. My point is that your favorite anime was inspired by an anime that came out in the 80s. So if you think that is better, that's cool. But the fact that you're comparing it in the first place just already shows that it's on top and you're never gonna knock it
You
down.
know, for me personally, I'm always the one getting provoked. Okay, now like I said, I love Dragon Ball, bro. I love it, bro. But I haven't even told you my top 5 anime. So One Punch Man is definitely in there,
Okay.
and honestly, no matter, like, I've had this conversation before with my people as well, when we talk about things like satire or a gag character or whatever people want to talk about. Now listen, I don't care about none of that. I care about a good story, some good action, and some fucking comedy. Make me laugh. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to cry unless it's a goddamn drama. You feel me? Unless it getting real and somebody dies, something. Okay, that's cool. But I can't do the sadness. I can't do all the inconsistencies. So
Right.
when we talking about stories like people like to get under my skin. But at the end of the day, I understand that we still don't know what the fuck Saitama, what the fuck he even is for real. We don't know
Why
why he this fucking powerful.
why not just watch One Punch Man?
And that's what I'm saying.
I'm just
And that's
throwing
what I
things out
do.
there. You feel me?
That's what I
I'm just
do.
throwing it out there. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about any One Punch Man listening to me right now, right? Why not just enjoy your anime? Like when I watched what's the newest one where the guy got the AI and he then reincarnated to this like OP nigga with an AI that made him strong as hell. Solo Leveling.
Oh, Solo Leveling, yeah.
When I watched Solo Leveling and I saw this man going from a wimpy dork to a fucking Sasuke 8.0, I didn't say damn like but you know what I mean? What can he do to Goku? I didn't think about stuff like that. I simply just enjoyed this nigga
For real.
like fucking niggas up in dungeons and
Yes.
just being OP and he was you know what I mean? He took over that night. That was cool as shit.
As
I
much
did
as I
not think
dislike,
about
right.
what this don't got nothing to this ain't fucking with Dragon Ball or Goku can't do this. You know what I mean? You just simply watch an anime
Man, as
just
much
to
as I
enjoy
hate
it.
Vegeta, as much as I hate Vegeta, I don't even do that shit to him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like that motherfucker at all, and I don't even be
Hating Vegeta is
randomly.
crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Hating Vegeta is crazy.
Hey, nah,
I don't even
hey
hate.
man, hey, this is something that I am willing to ride down a hill on a unicycle, screaming at the top of my lungs. That motherfucker's a Mitch. I hate, hey, and you know what? I also think that it annoys me that he even pulled Boma in the first place. But then again, you gotta think about it. Boma, she, what I'm saying, she a suburban girl, you know what I'm saying? She ain't from the street, you know what I'm saying? She from, what I'm saying, where people got money, some education, you know what I'm saying? She saw a boy that was gritty, about to destroy the world with a snap of his damn finger. She was like, oh, I could change him. I'm gonna make him mine. And she got what she wanted. When you gotta
I ain't gonna
respect it.
hold you, honey. Keep this between us two because one thing I tell you as a content creator for almost 3, I think 4 years now. I don't know how long I've been doing this shit. Tread lightly when you slander Vegeta. When I tell you, Vegeta fans are ruthless. That's
Oh,
why
I know.
you won't ever see me making no posts about any like sometimes I troll a little bit, but um I can't slander Vegeta because I don't feel like the hate. I think I did one post one time and I got cussed the fuck out real bad. The comments was
Ooh,
not
I'm gonna have
commenting.
to go to
The comments
do it again. Do it
they
again
were
so I can come
nah,
there.
I'm good. Nah, I'm good. I won't do it. I can't do it. And I love Vegeta though, so it's really hard to slander him, but I can't do it. I can't. One thing
It's
about
easy for me.
The Vegeta fans will ride or die for that nigga. So you ain't about to ever see me slandering him ever. I ain't got time for that.
If y'all go to my Facebook page and go to my profile and go to the search and type in Vegeta, you will see every conversation and post I made about that Mitch. I be getting attacked. I be getting attacked, and it's hilarious. But at the end of the day, like I said, man, they all cool characters in their way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's perfect. Everybody got some type of flaw on their resume, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I ain't tripping about that. So I got two more questions for you before we get out of here, man. Two more
Okay.
questions, you know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Oh, oh yeah, let me ask you this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say that for last. But
Okay.
this question is regarding, we can't talk about fucking Dragon Ball without bringing up Frieza, bro. We gotta talk
Oh
about
God.
Frieza, bro.
Not that
We got
fucking lizard.
we have to talk about Frieza, dog. Um,
Why do we have to talk about Frieza? Like is
man,
that,
just we got to, cause he coming. He coming. You know that he ain't going nowhere for a
Man,
while. So
listen.
that
Do you want me to go down the history of Frieza's ass whoopings? I'm not
he
scared of
he
them.
definitely get
Nobody
him.
Listen, anybody that's thinking Frieza hype about to be hyped, he about to get fucked up. He got fucked up by Goku twice. He got
I, I
fucked up by Broly. He got fucked up by Kale.
I
He
think he
got
gonna kill
fucked up by
somebody else next.
Vegeta.
I think that somebody gonna die by next.
Who
I
he
think
gonna kill?
that
The thing is,
I
like,
don't know.
Frieza could have killed Goku. Well, I don't know if I could say that, but Frieza was gonna, pack up Goku and Vegeta. Um, but he chose not to. And that probably will be the only opportunity. Because why the fuck would you let your ops get the opportunity to get stronger? Like this nigga think he's Cell or something. Like Frieza, excuse me, is a little bit too cocky right now because he is technically one of the strongest people walking right now because of that 10-year training he did.
Man,
And
listen.
he had that opportunity, so he's like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do nothing to you niggas right now. I'm gonna let y'all train or whatever. I'm gonna let y'all know that I'm strong as shit right now to give y'all the motivation to get stronger." But why would you do that? Like, Goku and Vegeta, they go ham. Like when Vegeta's training right now, this nigga is picturing Frieza with a black form. This nigga going hard in the paint right now training. Like,
Man,
so when
listen.
Vegeta see Frieza again, he's handing him
And
up
Goku.
L. And he know Hakai. Like Vegeta's gonna specifically know Hakai, and he's erasing that nigga from existence. You can't tell me otherwise. You can't
Man,
tell me
listen.
otherwise.
Man, it's to the point for me. Frieza, even in the last arc in the manga, man, when he fought Goku and Frieza at the same time, it he made me drop the damn book. You know what I'm saying? That's how crazy it was. I'm not the book, my phone, sorry. Made me
Mm,
drop the damn phone. And I was like, whoa, he's about to start sunning. And and I love that you brought up the fact that he went on that decade training because
mhm.
that's what I was about to bring up. My man's didn't ever train and was giving everybody problems. So just imagine him actually taking that time to train and keep on training. And he's saying, hey man, I don't know. And that brings me to my question. What's your thoughts on Frieza? You already gave us that. And do you
Mhm.
think he'll be the main antagonist by the end of the Dragon Ball series?
So this is my thing, right? Because I made a whole video about this on my YouTube. So we either gonna do one or two things with Frieza. We either gonna have a Tournament of Power Part 2 where Frieza is gonna be an ally for a bigger threat, or we are going to get the sweet, sweet, sweet vengeance that Vegeta needs. Toyotaro, if you are watching this, or whoever takes over Dragon Ball, Super, manga, Shueisha, Toei, I don't know who the fuck I need to add at this point. This is the golden opportunity that you have to let Vegeta fuck this nigga up. Please, like you ain't gotta do nothing. If you want to do some other nut shit with Dragon Ball, if you want to do some other nut shit that we don't approve of, I give you a pass. This is perfect. Frieza's at his peak form. Vegeta's gonna be at his peak destroyer form. Let these niggas clash. Maybe get a little fight in with the Z Fighters and Goku and everybody. But at the end, I just want to see Vegeta and Frieza having a one-on-one. Maybe Goku fucked up in the back. He can't fight no more. Z Fighters fucked up. Vegeta standing there with that purple hair and that no eyebrow having ass and just fuck Frieza up. And then I keep telling niggas, I want to see Vegeta go right up to Frieza, put his fucking arm out and hand in his face, and just say Hakai, and that nigga trickle away. I'm telling you, sweet Jesus, sweet justice.
Mhm.
I'm telling
Hey,
you
I'm
don't
not
understand
even
my
mad at
heart.
that.
Anyway, I will
I
be
ain't
shooting
even mad
my
at that.
heart and shit. Let Vegeta end. I think because I said as iconic as Frieza came into the series, I think he deserves an iconic ending. And I think the iconic ending would be by the hands of Vegeta. So that's really kind of it's either he's going to be an ally again to a bigger threat, or he's going to be a Vegeta victim, pretty
Hey,
much. So,
But that even leaves a lot of room for discussion too. If we get a bigger threat, we already got what's that goat man Moro. We already got Moro. He came out of nowhere.
mhm.
Um and we got a little bit, they kind of expounded on the universe a little bit. We understand that there's a whole core, a galactic little police. You know what I'm saying? We got that. We got a smuggler's ring, criminals, space pirates and shit. we
Right.
getting we getting a lot of different stuff. We expounding on the Dragon Ball universe. And I actually appreciate that a lot,
Mhm.
because that kind of goes back to our discussion when we was talking about the Z fighters. We need the Z fighters back, bro. We need them to, they still alive. You know what I'm saying? They still out here doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these situations
Yeah.
we could have used their help. You know what I'm saying? Like, why
Well,
haven't
that's
they been
really up to like the
training?
writers to kind of give the Z Fighters some type of boost. They did
Yeah.
pretty good in the Mall arc. I will say that they weren't like extras in the Mall arc. They did pretty good. So
They did something
uh,
right. They did a little bit of something right.
yeah, they were
They
doing stuff.
definitely,
Even seeing them
yeah,
go up against Cell Max, like with Krillin, and Krillin got a little kick in. Lieutenant Trunk did a little something. Piccolo obviously with his orange form. You got the Gamma now, so you know what I mean. I don't think they're
yeah,
that far behind. I just think they probably just need a little bit more training. You know what I mean? But that's kind of up to what whoever takes over Dragon Ball depends on doing with the Z fighters. So
right, right. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I have high hopes. I don't think that we gonna have no real issues with Dragon Ball. I think that we gonna be good until we old for real. I think that they gonna milk this until, and that's the thing and the beauty of mangas for real. They don't have to stop. They don't have to stop doing the shows until the story is done being written.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the beauty of it.
You're getting 10 more years of Dragon Ball. Period.
Man, hey, I'm all for it for real. Like you said before, you don't really have to expect, you're not supposed to expect a lot of brilliant writing, what I'm saying, from a story that's based on strictly action. Even the whole plot and origin of the main protagonist isn't that deep. It is just he came from a different planet, you know what I'm saying, and is strong as fuck. And the rest and
And
majority of his race,
I think everybody's gonna have their wants and needs from Dragon Ball, especially like you want to see your favorite character doing something. You know what I mean? A
uh-huh.
lot of people want to see a lot of things with Dragon Ball, but honestly, you take what you get. You know what I mean? You don't have to watch it. People hate when I say that because it's like, why should I not? Why should I like not watch something? Why am I not allowed to have an opinion? It's like It's not about like not having an opinion. It's like um it's more like if you just don't like what's going on, like just you gotta watch it. You know what I mean? Like if Dragon Ball
Yeah,
isn't going the direction that you're not liking, you just don't watch it, honey. That's what I tell people about Dragon Ball Daima.
yeah, man. People,
If you don't
yeah,
want to watch
people
Dragon
over it.
Ball
Some,
Daima,
they be over
don't watch Dragon Ball Daima. You know what I mean? Like you sitting there watching it
it.
and being miserable. Like you feel me? I ain't gonna watch something that I feel like gonna make me miserable.
For real.
You
All
know?
right,
So
so last question, and this
okay.
is and then I think I already know the answer to this, but let's try to push the mode a little bit. So, do you think that there will ever be an anime that will take the spot of Dragon Ball Z? Do you think that it is possible that they can create something that you will say, okay, this is my new favorite anime. I'm gonna be on this from now on. Do you think that it's
Um
possible?
nah, it's kind of like Dragon Ball has already stamped its place in fiction. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And there might be anime that comes out after. Well, there's already been anime that come out after it that's had a lot of beautiful and amazing and groundbreaking and jaw-dropping moments that you might have feel like is better than Dragon Ball, but it'll never be Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? Like
right,
I
right.
can't. I've not watched one anime now that I can say to me is better than Dragon Ball or has had the same effect on fiction as Dragon Ball. As Dragon Ball has done, or what Akira Toriyama has done for fiction. Not to say that no other anime outside of Dragon Ball has ever affected fiction, because obviously in Olympics we saw a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen references and One Piece references, and I think
But
maybe
that's
some,
just because, yeah, that's
you
because
know,
it's more popular now.
yeah,
So
but even if
everybody
it's
is just
not
doing
popular, it's like
references.
you'll see a lot of references of anime and a lot of real world events and other pieces of fiction. But I feel
Yeah.
like what Dragon Ball has done for millions of people on this earth can never be duplicated in any other anime. I feel like another anime will find a way to do it differently, but it'll
Hmm.
never be as impactful as what Akira Toriyama brought to this world. So, no, I feel like there's no anime on Earth right now that could move Dragon Ball off that pedestal that it's on. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, there you have it. You know what I'm saying? She done told y'all what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, hey, I agree with majority of everything we done discussed. I mean, at the
Nah, people think
like
I'm
you,
just
we not
biased,
gonna.
which I am.
Hey, listen, you can be biased, but at the end of the day, there's no refuting the impact that Dragon Ball has given. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we can name all the classics, Saint Seiya, you know what I'm saying, Sailor Moon. I love Hunter x Hunter, you know what I'm saying? I love Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? I love Digimon. These are all animes that have impacted the world, you know what I'm saying? I love Naruto. They all impacted the world in a crazy way. And Dragon Ball is just one of those that there is generational. You know what I'm saying? People are going to always reference Goku. They're going to always reference Kamehameha. They're going to always reference Super Saiyan. You know what I'm saying? There's going to always be that thing.
It's still
And
referenced today. Like that's
yeah, they
really
still
like,
do it.
you know what I
And
mean? Like I feel like just even us talking about Dragon Ball right now in this on this podcast really just shows you how impactful the series is. You know what I mean? The fact that I can make content every single day about Dragon Ball and hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, just kind of love what I talk about and what I do, it just really shows you that, you know what I mean, even though the series is old and it might not be as flashy and as in complex as your favorite anime right now, but it is still loved and respected, and a lot of people still enjoy it.
def-
So, you know,
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely, man. Man, listen, I appreciate it, man. Y'all give a applause, man, to Miss Bowman for coming through the Completist show, man. Cooling with the Completist. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for
We
having
gonna definitely I'm gonna have you again, man. We gonna definitely talk more because, like I said, there's some more Dragon Ball stuff coming up. We got Dragon Ball fans waiting. We got Dragon Ball Daima. It's Daima, right? Or
me. We got
Damo.
Daima, we got Spark
Yeah,
and
we got
Zero, we
Spark.
got
Yeah,
the
we got
manga,
Spark and Zero.
hopefully.
Man, we got a lot of stuff that's coming up, a lot of content, y'all. And we gonna be here to talk about it, man. Once again, thank you, Black Bowman, for stopping by and being a part of this show and giving us this content and your feedback on Dragon Ball, one of the greatest animes to ever touch and grace the screen. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yes, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. It was definitely a lot of fun.
At that, man. We gonna do it again. But y'all, thank y'all for tuning in, man. It's the Completest. Just remember, man, love yourself, love your family. Don't stress about the shit you can't control. I love y'all, man. Be easy.